First, we begin with a little bit of introduction. Now, friends, you all have learnt earlier that computers have been used to handle a variety of activities in various fields from last 2 decades. One of the most common use of computer is handling office activity. Right now, in whichever office you go, or in any of the banks, wherever you go, everywhere the usage of computer has become omnipresent everywhere. It is observed that word processing, data processing, communication and presentation are the most common activities happening in the offices. Computers are used to handle these activities efficiently and effectively. We know that various software or softwares are available in the market to perform such activities using computers. Since the start of computer usage, proprietary software is used, but from last few years, usage of open source software has increased due to various advantages. Now, what is the meaning of proprietary based? Proprietor, what is the meaning of proprietor? Owner. Okay, suppose you purchase a licensed version of Microsoft Office, then it will provide you a license key, and you will have to, when you purchase, you have to pay for it. Now, proprietor means owner. So, whom do you pay? You pay to the shopkeeper, and finally it goes to the person who had developed Microsoft Office. So, that is known as, this system is known as proprietary base, which you have to purchase. And open office or free software means we are aware about the Play Store. So many apps we download from the Play Store. They are free. You can simply download and install it. So same way in the terms of computer also, different open softwares and free softwares have come into the market from few years. Since long back, software called Microsoft Office, MS Office, is used to handle the office activities like word processing, presentation preparing, spreadsheet, that is Microsoft Excel, and so many more. Similar software is available from open source community. Some of these are Star Office, LibreOffice and OpenOffice. Next thing is the word processing and word processor. What is the meaning of word processing and what is the meaning of word processor? We are familiar with the word document. A document identifies content written on a paper. In our day-to-day life, we use documents for several purposes. The purpose of writing on paper may be to convey your thoughts to others, to preserve the contents for longer time, or it may be used as an evidence. These documents can be letters, reports, theses, manuscripts, legal documents, books, etc. Suppose you want to prepare a document but your handwriting is so bad, then even a pharmacist could not read it, or you are the kind of a person who has to write, rewrite and write again, then what you need is a word processing software. The activity of word processing is the creation of documents using a software called word processor. The creation of documents means not only typing but also refers to composing, editing, viewing, formatting, sorting, retrieving and printing. Thus, a word processor is a computer software or program or application used for the production of any type of printable materials. In 1960s, the term word processing was invented by IBM. In the late 70s, Microsoft WordStar was the most widely used word processing software. I will show you an image of this WordStar. Many other word processing applications also exist, including WordPerfect and open source applications, OpenOffice.org Writer, LibreOffice Writer, and many more. Web-based word processors such as Office Web Pages and Google Docs are relatively new software facilities. Before the computer came into existence, the thing which was invented to print characters on paper was typewriter. In 18th century, typewriter was invented to impress characters on paper. It is a mechanical or electromechanical device with keys that when pressed causes characters to be printed on paper. Here you can see the image of typewriter, and obviously you may have seen this type of typewriter in the olden movies. Especially it was used in the court to type the legal documents. In the description of this video, I have put the link of how typewriter works, a video of that thing, so you can see that. Now this typewriter had got so many limitations, and especially when you will see these limitations that time, you will realize the importance of the computer which we are using today. For example, when any error was noticed, then to correct them, the whole sheet was to be typed again. Just try to imagine how laborious work it was. We all human beings are bound to make mistake. To type the whole page without a single mistake, it is next to impossible. Another limitation was that when you want more copies of the same document, then you have to type it again and again. You have to type the same document for a number of times. Then third limitation was that if you want to send the same document to two different people with minor changes, for example, if you want to send the letter with the same content to two different persons, then you will have to type the letter 2 times with different addresses. Another limitation was that all the characters which we can type, special characters especially we can type today with the help of a computer, were not possible to be typed in that typewriter. Just now if we want to set a paper of mathematics, then so many functions and formulas and so many things are to be typed. That was not possible in that typewriter. Another thing was, there were no formatting options. Suppose if you want to make something bold, you want to fill different colors, you want to set the alignment, then if you want to increase or decrease the font size, you want to change the font type, then these all options were not at all there in this typewriter. Now to solve these above mentioned problems with the typewriter, in the year 1974, Xerox company introduced a new product called electronic typewriter. Now we all are familiar with the word Xerox or Xerox copy, am I right? So actually this word has come from the name of a company. Actually that machine is not known as Xerox machine, but it is known as a copier machine who is able to do copy, but this word has come from here. Now in this electronic typewriter which was designed by Xerox company, changes in the content once typed were possible. Another thing, multiple copies can also be taken out. Even with minor changes you can take out multiple copies. But the only problem with this electronic typewriter is that it has a very small size screen, and therefore it was possible to view only 1 or 2 or very few lines. Now in late 1970s, the limitation of electronic typewriter was replaced by the computers. At that time, the first word processing software came into existence. Now, in this word processing software we use to create a document, the content of the document is displayed on the computer screen, as we can see it today also. On this screen, we can navigate from one place to another and can make changes if required. After confirming that the content is error-free, we can print it. But these early word processors were also not so user-friendly as we are using the word processor like Microsoft Word today. Early word processor used tag-based markup for document formatting. Like you are familiar with the HTML language, that if you want to create a web page, then you have to use so many tags in the source code. Like that way was the case with word processing software also. When a specific portion of the content needs some special effect, a particular tag is put on both the sides of the text. For example, if some portion of the content is required to be bold, printed in bold, then a tag named bold was to be put on both the sides of the portion that we want to give the bold effect. But from last 2 decades, most modern word processors take advantage of graphical user interface GUI. That is, what you see is what you get. Means you don't need to type any code, you can do everything on the screen only, and that you can get in the printout also. This means the special effects on text are also visible on the screen. Now we will have a look at the features of word processor. Now see, whenever I speak the word processor, you take the example of Microsoft Word, so that whatever I am speaking, it is easy for you to understand. Now word processing does not only provide the basic ability to enter and modify the data, modify the text, but also provides efficient text manipulation functions that can be used for documentation. Modern word processors provide abundant attractive features. Some of the features provided by popular word processor are listed here. The first feature we can say is move a selected text from one place to another within the document or to other document. Then that is known as a cut paste. Then another thing is copy paste, that is you can copy the selected text and paste it somewhere else. You don't need to type the same thing again. Then third feature is you can open more than one document at a time and move or copy the text from one document to another. Then you can also change the font size and even font style of the selected portion of the document. Next thing you can do is you can format the paragraphs with a word wrap, align the paragraph, align it to left, right, center, justify, whatever according to your choice. Then there is the facility to find a particular word or to find and replace a particular word, find and replace facility. Then there is spelling and grammar checking facility. Another thing is in the Word file only you can create table, no need to go to Excel, you can create it in Word itself. You can create a table, modify the size of the selected rows, columns or cells, whatever. And in the table you can split a single cell into more than one, or you can even merge more than one selected cell into one. Then another thing is you can combine one or more documents. I hope you have learned mail merge. In mail merge you have to combine more than one document. Then another thing is to make the document look attractive. You can add pictures, graphs, anything within the document. And you can also take the printout of the selected text or selected portion, or you can take the printout of selected pages or all pages according to your choice. Now, over and above these features listed, word processor also provides several advanced features like batch mailing that you will be taught in one of the chapter, using a letter template and an address database, that is called mail merge. Another facility is line and page numbering. You don't need to type the page number every time on each page. You can straight away insert page number. Then footnote numbering. In the textbook or digest, any book, we see that at the bottom of the page numbers are printed, the name of the chapter or the name of the book is printed. That all things are possible using Microsoft Word. Footnote numbering. Then another thing is you can also do character count, word count, sentence count, line count, paragraph count, or page count. Another facility is you can measure the word, sentence and paragraph length, and so many more things is possible that we will see when we do the thing practically. Then we will have a look at some of the applications, that is uses of word processor. Now word processors have a variety of uses and applications within the business world, home and education, that is in schools and colleges. Word processors are widely used in most of the offices for preparing letters, letter ads, reports, memorandums, balance sheet report and many other different types of document like legal copies and reference document. Then business tend to have their own format and style for these documents. Apart from business, word processors are useful at home. Many homes have word processors on their computers. Not many homes, everybody or all the computers have this software. Students use it for preparing project reports and solving their assignments. It is also used for letter writing, resume creation and card creation. Authors uses word processing software for preparing articles and manuscripts for books. Researchers use word processors for preparing their thesis, and teachers uses it for preparing question papers or study material or notes. In short, word processing is observed to be the most popular application on a computer, since preparation of variety of documents is common need for many people. Now, what is Office Suite? Now, we all are familiar with Windows. We all are using different versions of Windows at our house, in our offices, everywhere. Windows 7, Windows XP or Windows 10, whatever. Now, Windows is a product of Microsoft, and so we install Microsoft Office. In Microsoft Office comes Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, etc. This all comes in Microsoft Office package. Okay. Now here 9 standard textbook is prepared using another operating system, that is Ubuntu Linux. And in Ubuntu Linux it is not possible to install Microsoft Office. So then which thing could be installed there? Then there the thing which could be installed is known as Office Suite. So Office Suite is a collection of different free office softwares. Same way like as MS Office is collection of different programs like Word and PowerPoint and Excel and those all things. Now there are several open source office suites like GNOME Office, Neo Office, SoftMaker Office, Star Office, etc. Here in our textbook, a software of Office suite named Writer is being explained. Writer is like MS Word. But you don't worry, I will not be teaching you word processing using Writer. I will be teaching you the same topic using Microsoft Word, because in your home computer you will be having Microsoft Word. This is Microsoft Word 2003. This thing looks similar like the Writer software of Ubuntu. This is also an outdated version of Microsoft Word. At present we are in 2020 and this is the version of 2003. So 17 years old version. This is Microsoft Word 2003. This thing looks similar like the Writer software of Ubuntu. This is also an outdated version of Microsoft Word. At present we are in 2020 and this is the version of 2003. So 17 years old version. This is Microsoft Word 2013. I will be teaching you the practicals using this software. Why? Because we all are using Windows operating system in our computer or in our laptop. And in Windows, obviously, any version of Microsoft Office is there. For example, you may be having Microsoft Office 2007 or 2013, 2016 or 2019. So, this you are more familiar with this Microsoft Word, and I too like this thing.